Hello,
Hello,
everyone.
hello everyone. I'm Arianne Ghislane, and my pronouns are she and her. So then I'm currently in first year at York University studying computer science, and I love Minecraft like a lot. So hit me up if you want to talk about Minecraft or CS stuff. Yeah.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Steve, and I'm a third year computer engineering student at York University. And my pronouns are he and him. I like coding a lot, and I also play video games. I've been playing a lot of Genshin Impact these days. So if you play Genshin, hit me up. And we both are the organizers of yuHacks this year. And this workshop is an introduction to Figma. The agenda for today is that we'll be going over on we'll be going over an overview of Figma, and we'll give you guys a couple of minutes to go ahead and create an account on Figma, and we'll teach you guys how to create new Figma designs and share some templates and resources from different websites, and we'll have a Q&A sessions towards the end. Um, so I I guess Ariane, the mic is yours.
All right. Cool. So, for those of you who are curious about Figma, Figma is a software or tool used to prototype and create wireframes. And some people even like use Figma to create resumes or like cover letter, but just make sure that the resume that you're making is like ATS scannable, like it can be parsed and stuff. But yeah, mainly it's used for prototyping or creating wireframes. So, what are the benefits of Figma? Well, there's a lot, but the main ones are that it's digital and accessible as long as you have Wi-Fi, and you can also collaborate with others. So, let's say your teammate is in United States and then like you're in Canada, then you can collaborate, just send them the link or invite them via email address, and then you can like use Figma for your hackathon project, and you can even export the design file that you have. So if you have to like upload it on Dribble or DevPost for your hackathon submission, then you can also do that. Yeah, so that's pretty much it about Figma and the benefits of Figma. So we're going to give you around 5 minutes to make an account. I think we should like send the link of Figma just to make sure that they sign up for the correct one. Yeah, so if you're curious how Figma looks like, so like around 4:10, we're gonna wait for a couple of minutes. Yep. So this is Figma.
We currently have the link for Figma right now, www.figma.com. And one of the advantages with Figma is that it doesn't actually require you to code anything. So if you're a new hacker and you want to participate in the new hacker challenge, this could be a great alternative for you.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I agree to that. And when I went to other hackathons, some people even won with like a prototype and stuff, like a prototype using Figma. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Thanks for sharing that with us. Oh yeah, before we start the workshop about Figma, I just want to let you know that if you sign up with your student email address, you can actually get a free premium version of Figma. So yeah, there's a lot of like free things that you can get as a student for free if you use your student email address, which is really cool.
I guess we can give it 2 more minutes for just in case some people need some time.
Yeah, hopefully by now everyone has their own Figma account. Yeah, hopefully by now. Now let's get started and explore Figma. Okay, cool. So then when you look at Figma, basically there's this like toolbar and then you can name your project and basically like create a team, your hackathon team, you can add them. And then if you look in this part, there are some buttons that you can choose. So to move, you can like use if you are using a trackpad, you just like swipe and then move it. You can click this if you want to use your mouse, this part, and then for like frame, there's like a lot of choices that you can choose from, which is pretty cool. You can choose for a phone, a tablet. So if you want to make an Android application or a mobile app, you can choose whether you want it to be on an Android or an iPhone, and then a tablet. And then for a website, then you will probably use like a desktop or something like this. You can like design your website in there, which is pretty cool. Another cool thing about Figma is that you can create a frame of your own choice. So you can like resize this basically. You can make it bigger or smaller. and then change the dimensions in here. And then you can also choose from like shapes that you want. You can even like place an image on the shape, which is pretty cool. So if you want to like do something like this, like you want an icon with a picture of the user's account, you can also do that. And there's a pencil tool. You can also use the text button to write down the placeholders. And then, yeah, also another thing is that for this portion, when you, so as you can see right now, we have 4 frames, and we're gonna like make a new frame basically. And this is an Android large, and so we make this one, and then what we're gonna do is when you want to place assets or like elements inside a frame, you want to make sure that it's grouped. You want to know what happens. So like if this one, let's say this one is ungrouped, right? So when you move this, it's like intact. But if it's like not grouped, which means it'll be like it's placed outside. So like this. If it's there, you can't see it. So you have to make sure that it's inside. Okay, just take note of that. And then now you can make like a logo. And then we're gonna copy and paste that and then put it in. Make sure that it's inside your frame. And then this is our button. You can make your own button by clicking a rectangle. We're gonna try and recreate this. And then this, what color is this? So you can look at the hex code and copy and paste that and then put it in. And then this is the text tool. And then this is start now. Let's say you want to have a flow. So that, let's say someone clicks this button and then you want them to flow to the next page or to show up to the next page. Now we're gonna click this portion. So you wanna make a flow, right? So then you do this, which basically you click the button and then you like connect them to the next page that you want. So then we pretty much did the same thing for the next slides. You have the copy of this file, I presume. And then, yeah, you can make, let's say you want to make like this arrow, right? Let's say you want to make that. What you can do is you want to make an arrow. And then ta-da, you can change the width if you want a thicker arrow or you want like a different dimension and stuff. You can also like connect the prototype to this one. So let's see how our Figma file looks like. So let's say you want to see the presentation. Then you're gonna click this arrow and then wait for a couple of minutes till it loads. Then you can play and see how your file looks like. So let's say you click start now, and then you click login, and then you see this. Basically, that's what we're trying to do. And you can make a toolbar for this. If you have, if you want to make a pretty cool background, what you can do is create a circle or like any shape that of your choice. Let's say this one. I'm gonna remove this one for a second. And then, so this is Android large 5, right? We want to make sure that it's inside that frame so that when we move it, you can see it. Just keep in mind that you should always like make sure your files are intact. And then, oh, no. I changed the background. I wanted to change this. And then you can have shadows if you want to, background blur. Or like have. And then, yeah. So then for that one, that's what you can do. Let's say you want to move everything, but keep this ellipse on this place, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna lock this so that you can move this, but that circle figure stays. So that's what you have to do. You can also click that. Let's say you want to see which one looks better without the circle or with the circle, then you can click invisible. So this button. So I want to make sure that y'all see my button. So I'm gonna like, oh, it doesn't zoom in. So basically inside there's this like I button and you have to click that. Yeah. And then you can also group elements. So let's say you want to group this, yeah, move it together, which is pretty cool. But if you don't want to move it together, you can just ungroup it if you want. So usually the common reason why people would group things is because, let's say it's a button. So as you can see, this one is, it's grouped because it's a button and it's kind of like one element together. And it makes it easier for the person who is designing to move things around, basically, instead of like moving it one by one. Yeah. And then usually like applications would have menu bars or like a mini toolbar at the end. So then what you can do is, let's make a new frame. So this would be Android large, and then you like get this toolbar. I just wanted toolbar. And then you like move it. Also with Figma, there's a lot of templates you can use, and there's a lot of YouTube tutorials you can watch if you want to like deep dive and into this. Then for this one, as you can see, this one it's also in a frame, right? And then what we want to do is I want to like get the same page. Okay, so the reason why this page didn't include that cool looking background is because it was locked. So to ensure that it's included, you have to unlock it and see now it'll work like magic. See, which is pretty cool. So let's say this is our logo. It's like a circle. Yeah. To make sure it's like a good like circle like that, you have to press shift, because if I don't press shift, then it's like a wonky circle. So if you want like a perfect circle, you have to press shift to make that. And then let's see, you want to put that. And then for the toolbar, you can like change the color of this. Also, another note is that it would be easier for you if you're like going to make a project using Figma. You can have small, tiny, like this much rectangles, and then have their hex codes. So like, what is this hex code? Let's say this hex code is A3BBB, something like that. And then you're gonna paste that so that you know that what color this is. So when you want to like unify the color of your project, you can just look on the left side of your Figma file. It's easier for you to just have your like the information that you need in on the go and on place, so that like your teammates can like follow the color structure. Yeah. Okay. So for this one, you can also, oh yeah. So let me show you how to export. So then you're gonna click the file, and then you want to like export your frames to a PDF. You can also do that. It might be helpful if you want to like upload it on Dribble, which is it's like social media for designers, basically. If you're like UX or UI design, might as well want to check it out. And then you can also download the Figma application. This is the web desktop app, and we're using this for like simplistic purposes. And also, if you're like a programmer and you're really curious, oh, what did my designer like want? Like what background, the CSS, you can even change it into iOS or Android. It makes your life like easier because you have this. And then yeah, you can like change the width on that portion, and then the stroke as well. You can even preview how the shape or like the element looks like. Oh yeah, if you want to like share, you click this and then you can edit. So let's say I want to give myself edit access. Then you click that and then send invite. Or you can also like copy a link, or you can even publish it to the community if you want to. Yeah, also you can change the name of the elements that you have. So let's say you want to name this button, because like this like group is basically for the start now button. So you can name the start now button. Like if you have things organized, it'll be easier for your teammates as well as for yourself to like work, because everything is neat. Yeah. So let's say I want to remove that like stroke. You can also do that. Forgot password. For this one, this is a button, and so let's say you see here, this is like a regular, it's your regular average Joe button that's like has corners and stuff. What if you want to be fancy and be like, I want some curves in my button? And you can do that. Thanks, Figma. You can like, you have to like change this. It's like, it's the, like, it has this like arc kind of shape. Looks like that. So you see, before there was like no edge, but now there is. What if you want to be like this? Yeah, you can also change the, you can like keep it to that if you don't want any edges. Yeah. And now, so we've covered the portion about like connecting things. So let's say you want this to navigate to when like they tap to the next page, then you can like do that. You can even like change the animations, which is really cool. You can choose dissolve, smart animate, slide in, slide out. Presentation is part of the judging rules for this hackathon, which means that how your project looks like the overall aesthetic, as well as, you know, it plays a part if you're gonna win or not. So you have to like keep that in mind. So as you can see, for this part, you have like a text, and then there's also like many fonts you can choose from. So let's say you want a different font. Like I want Times New Roman. That's like my favorite. So you click TTI, and you're gonna see, is there Times New Roman here? I'll be so sad if there isn't. That's so unfortunate. Okay, let's do Open Sans. So this is Open Sans. You can like change the font. You can make it bold, light, or regular. You can do so many things with Figma. You can even like have just the outline of the text, if you want to, you have the stroke on the center, which is so damn cool. Yeah. And remove the shadow. You want shadow or not. You can also export this. And you can check. You can check the dimensions of it. So let's say I want, when someone clicks this, I want it to go here. So then when you click this button, yeah, you can export. Yeah, actually you can also like make comments on Figma. So let's say you have a question for your teammate, you can like click this button and ask it. And now for the final reveal of our, yeah, so for the final reveal of our demo that we worked on, ta-da, this is Dream R. And first we click start now, okay? And then, so what happens if we click this? See, it goes to the next. You can also like start now and then click log in. Then if you click this button, which is like a line graph thingy, it shows you that one. Yeah, hopefully this workshop has been helpful for you, and hopefully you had fun with it. You can also like restart. Yeah. Yeah. I think like for now, after the demo, we're gonna open the floor for questions. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen.
Thank you so much, Arianne, for that. And so as you can see, we just went over how to create a Figma template from scratch. And as you can see, it can sometimes not be that that evident because when you work with a UI, like user interface, it's important to know all the fundamentals of design and what goes into it. That's why for new beginners, for beginners, sometimes advice to use templates that have already made by other people. And that's something really amazing with Figma. Not only that they provide really great services, but also they have a really huge and amazing community. So I'll just go ahead and I will share my screen right now. Share screen. Oops. So I have my screen being shared right now. I wanted to go over a couple of websites that provide really great services, really great templates and resources. The first one that I'll go over is the Figma website itself. I believe Arianne, you could be. I think you can share that link.
Okay, cool.
So this is the first website I wanted to go over. If you go on Google and type figma.com/templates, you can access a couple of great resources here offered by Figma. And they also offer resources for presentations, for UML diagrams, and all sorts of amazing things. The next website I wanted to go over is figmaresources.com. They provide a lot of great resources such as not only templates but also icons and font style. So if you want to use you can head on to this website. It's still loading for me here. Okay. You can go over this website. They have lots and lots of different styles here. Let's say you want to create a fruit and vegetable application. Health application. You can go over this website and you can use some of the resources that they have here. You can just click on download. It will download on your website. Oh, sorry, on your desktop, and then you can import them to your Figma. We'll go over that in a bit. The next website that I wanted to show is figmaelements.com. They also provide different, not only templates, but so many other resources, and available for different for different devices, ranging from iOS to Android, and they have different types of UI kits. Let's say you want to build an iOS app, you can select the iOS UI kit, and then you have a bunch of resources here made for iOS that will be to your availability that you can use in your project. The next website that I wanted to go over is figmacrush.com. They also provide tons of templates for websites, for applications. Next here on the list, we have figmafiles.com. If you're looking more for, I don't know, minimalist design, this is a website that you might want to check out. And the last website for this workshop is freebsui. I hope that's how it's pronounced.com. And they also have a very vibrant templates here. I particularly like the colors of this template. So let's say you want to download a template and want to use that in your application. So something that you can do is, let's say there's a specific one that I saw earlier that I wanted. Oops. Figmaelements.com. And let's say, oops, I think it's not here. Figma resources. I believe it was. I guess I just lost it. Okay, let's say I want to download this template. I just click here, and I have the option to get it now. And it brings me to this website, and I have the option, I think, here to download. And once you download the file, you'll have the option to go to your Figma account, and what you'll do is to click on import file here. When you click on import file, you'll have the file here in your workplace. What you can do is just to double click on it. And here you have the template itself, and the template is all yours, and you can play around with it. You can double click on group grouped items to in case, let's say, you want to change a specific item. Can let's say, for example, you want to move this whole section here maybe a little bit down. You can just select it and oops, nope, I just did Control Z to undo. I can select it, bring it a little bit down, or if I want to align it differently, I can just select it and bring it somewhere else. So if you don't have any basic fundamentals of design, and this is a great thing that you can use. And if you're a new hacker, I'll just undo that real quick because it looks so bad. And yeah, you can go ahead and use some of the resources that they have, different icons, different templates, different background, different images. For your first, let's say you have an idea to build a website, but you don't know how you want the website to look like. Something that you can do is to go and play around with different templates and play with them in a way that you get a style or some aesthetic that you want to have for your website. And as Arianne showed earlier, you always have the option to for if you want to code your website, you always have the option to see different settings here, such as colors. And I want to get back to get the CSS. Let's say I want this one. Inspect. Yes, I have the CSS here of this div here. So this will be a div or a container that, I mean, a container that you'll have in your HTML, and then you can give it some style using those CSS commands here. If you want to be even more specific, if you don't know, you'll have different options as you click on the items. So let's say you want to have this specific button on your website and you don't know how you want to style it. So the option for you will be to come here and you'll have all the CSS already written for you. And personally, I think this is a great help because even though CSS is simple, but it can lead to a lot of overhead. So yeah, this is definitely great. And I hope this was helpful. And I hope to see some of you maybe using Figma for in your project. And yeah, that was it from me.
That was amazing.
Oh, thank you. And so I see right now it's 4:45. We still got about 15 minutes. If anybody has a question, feel free to let us know. I will share some of the website I went over. I'll just put them in the chat. Meanwhile, if you guys have any question, let us know.
Going once? Twice? Is a question?
I see Fayaz was here. Ooh.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, stay tuned, guys, for the upcoming workshop. I think after, what is it? But at around 5 p.m., there will be a machine learning workshop by Tan Mei from IBM, which is pretty cool. I'm so excited for that. Yeah.
All right. You guys stay tuned. We still have more events coming up, and we'll have lots of workshops over this week. So hopefully we'll see you guys around. And that's it from us. You guys take care.
Bye.
Bye.